listening to Those Dad Guys, because the moms have their podcasts, so why shouldn't we? Huh? Here are Joe Seiler and Paul Black, Those Dad Guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Those Dad Guys. I'm Joe, he's Paul.
What's up? Happy Mother's Day, you moms out there, guys. I hope you wish your mom a happy Mother's Day, your wives a happy Mother's Day.
That's right. It's Mother's Day. Well, Mother's Day, by the time you're hearing or seeing this, wherever you can find your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and on YouTube. So by the time you're seeing or hearing this, Mother's Day was yesterday. I hope it was a good one. We are recording this. It's a little bit different. We're recording on a Friday night. We normally record on Saturdays, but it's a Friday night this time. We decided to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, we did. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Nighttime chat. You know what comes with nighttime chats?
Nighttime beers?
Nighttime beers. Brought to you by the beers you can't even get in this province, let alone this country. A little Yingling.
Yingling.
Whoa.
That's
all over my daughter's toys.
Hey, cheers.
And to you. Oh, that was good.
Anyway, so it's Friday night. It's been a week. Actually, I had a pretty good week this week. It was better than last week. I'm not going to lie to you. Last week was kind of a mess. But this week was better for me. I had a better week. Did lots of things. I know you had an opportunity to get out shopping.
I sure did. We're going to start right there, huh?
Yeah, we are. I'm going to tell you why we're going to start there, because I saw you put on Twitter, you were dressed like a bandito heading to the dollar store.
So my first thought is I used to have, and I can't find it, I used to have a Chicago Bears balaclava that is the football helmet with just the eyes, and that's how I was going to go to the dollar store.
I wish you did.
Could not find it. So they had this 13 different way bandana that they gave out at a Bills cancer awareness game, nice pink one. And my daughter's like, Daddy, we have this. And I'm like, let's do it. So yeah, I felt like a gangster. I thought I should be packing heat. And that's not even the beginning.
So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing, right? Because you posted it up on Twitter and people taking shots, and it seemed that people seemed to gloss over that you were going Mother's Day shopping at the dollar store. That it was like, hey, look at Paul, he's all dressed up to go out shopping, and he hates going out shopping. We know he hates going out shopping, but you're like, yeah, all dressed up to go Mother's Day shopping at the dollar store. So
yeah, man,
that kind of got me.
I can't believe how many people ripped on me away from Twitter and Facebook and everything for the fact that I went to the dollar store to get cards. I'm going to tell you, they're cards. You know what mothers, wives, daughters, brothers, sisters, friends, you know what they do with cards after they read them? They throw them in the garbage. Unless you got a handmade, I'll make an exception for the handmade cards. My wife's friend makes cards and they're gorgeous. I would never throw those out. See,
handmade cards to me is, hey guys, make your mom a card. While you're at it, can you make my mom a card too? And that's what I get the kids to do. That's handmade cards. So tell me about your dollar store shopping experience.
All right. So I went with my daughter. I did not wear the mask, nor did I wear the gloves in the car because it's ridiculous.
Sure.
So we
did you wear gloves in the store?
I did. Blue
eyes. Yes, you did.
So I really think you should tune into YouTube to watch this to see the expressions. Anyways, so we walk in. First, we go to the dollar store where we used to live.
Yep.
And it was about 6:45 at night.
Yep.
So we walk to the front door, and my daughter goes to press the button to open the door. I'm like, no, not with your hand. So I used my butt, and then I tried with my elbow, and it wouldn't open. So then I get my finger to open the door, and I noticed they closed at 6. So that's why the door wasn't opening. So we went to the other one near where I live because we know they're open till 8 o'clock. So anyways, hit the button, door opens, walk in. The lady stops us right away and says, just so you know, every aisle has a direction. Please find that direction and go that way. I said, okay.
Can I stop you for 1 second? By the way, Stores that do that are the smartest stores in the world, except people are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So we do that. And then we,
whatever, Joe.
we walk up the aisle to the back. And guess what? There's no tape to tell me if I'm allowed to turn left or right. So I guess it's a two-way zone at the back of the store.
Okay.
Anyway, so I turn and I see this lady and I stand here like this and she's looking at the birthday cards and not the cards, sorry, candles and streamer stuff. I'm just like, whatever.
Yep.
So I wait for her to leave. Then I go, and then there's another lady. She's fingering through the cards, seeing what's going on. So I'm standing here with my arms crossed, just waiting.
Yep.
And the lady looks at me and she's like, "Are you waiting for me?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, take your time, whatever. I have nowhere to be, whatever." So 3 or 4 more minutes passed by and she was taking a while. So I piped up and I said, "Excuse me. I don't know the rules. I don't do this sort of thing. My wife's out doing the shopping. Can I just pass you?" And she looks at me and she's like, yeah, you can walk behind me. I'll keep my face in the cards for you." So I said, okay. So I went to walk behind her and I put my back to her. So my face is the opposite direction and I shimmy by and get to the cards. It was the grossest experience I've had. And yes, for those people asking, I only touched one card with my gloves on. So I hope she likes it.
I'll tell you, when I saw you were going shopping, I knew right away. I'm like, oh, there's going to be an adventurous story. Like, because you're right. You don't do it. You don't do it. You do not go shopping, like, and especially during this. Like you were telling me before, I think you might have mentioned on last week's show that this whole thing has started to kind of freak you out a little bit.
Oh yeah, I've never been like this.
You know,
I had our garage spinny thing, the wire that holds it up.
That's what it's called, the garage spinny thing. Yeah, 100%.
It
From
fell
the
off.
garage door opener?
Yeah. So when you hit the garage door opener, not the chain in the middle, but the tension things on the sides.
Yeah,
One fell
the
off.
tension things on the side.
Guys, if you're looking for someone who knows what they're talking about, I'm not that guy. So you'll get a lot of whatchamacallits and thingadingies up there.
Can I tell you, this is going to be a totally different show.
Yeah.
Friday night, we're a little bit punchy. We got a couple adult beverages going. It's going to be a different kind of show. I tell you.
It is.
It's funny because you talk about going out and stuff like that. You know what we did this week? And it's really starting. How many times since, realistically the COVID quarantine has started, how many times have you guys like ordered skip the dishes or ordered like something like curbside pickup or anything?
One time for fish and chips on
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
That's it.
And we're having a battle in our house tonight. I'm surprised.
Dude, we did it twice this week. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
I know. Well, Cinco de Mayo on
you can't make fajitas. We did it.
I know. But I was like, I had this idea of there's this food truck company in town. And then you had to pre-order like 5 days ahead of time. I'm like, come on. So we missed that. And by that time, it's like, I didn't have the stuff I needed.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And then Thursday night, we were like, I don't really want to cook.
Yeah.
And then we ordered curbside, and we did it twice this week. We're doing it way more than I want to do. And it's kind of making me nuts, but we did it twice this week, and I'm like, this needs to stop. Like getting stuff from Costco that like is kind of pre-assembled, that doesn't count as eating out, right? Like
you're preparing it yourself. You know who's cooking it. It's killing all the stuff off.
Like I got some skewers, like that were like, chicken skewers that were like fresh that I had to barbecue. That's not like, that's not being lazy. No. That's just say, hey, whatever.
You're preparing it yourself.
Yeah. But
that's normal eating.
The amount of times we've eaten out, and then, so we're going to talk as if Mother's Day hasn't happened yet, because it hasn't when we're recording this show. But my wife's been going crazy. Like all she wants some sort of pastries or something for Mother's Day. Can I get any pastries? No. You got pre-order like 100 days in advance. It's like you had to pre-order when the quarantine started to get these pastries.
Yeah, that's it.
So now she's going to make herself a cheesecake. So enjoy.
It's my it's crazy. It's my daughter's birthday next week.
Yeah.
all she wants is to hit up McDonald's.
That's it.
I've told her for 2.5 weeks, Daddy isn't going to McDonald's.
No.
I'm like, she's like, oh, what about presents? And I'm like, I don't even know about presents. She's like, you can order on the internet. I go, okay, I'll order you a McDonald's play set and we can pretend we're at McDonald's.
How'd she take that?
So she thinks she's going. So I'll have an update next week. She thinks she's going to have McDonald's.
Well,
so
that's too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever. Yeah, I just feel like we've eaten out way too much, and it's kind of.
My family made a good point about these masks on people. You know how I'm always giving them a hard time, people in their cars?
Yeah.
If you're a skip the dishes person or a food delivery person and you're wearing that mask and gloves while you're driving, I appreciate that. So thank you.
Well, there we go. You know,
I don't want to be offensive all the time.
Well, you do want to be, but you just, you just feel like it's not a great idea, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Sure. Whatever. So the other night, I'm sitting there and my wife says, let's watch a movie. And this is going to play right into your wheelhouse as the self-proclaimed Rom Com king.
I think you proclaim me that.
No, we'll go back and listen to the tape, my friend.
I know I love rom-coms because I have to, because I'm not allowed to watch adult movies. Go.
Yeah, they're adult movies.
All right.
Okay. So, have you seen the movie Crazy Stupid Love?
Have I seen Crazy Stupid
Of course
Love?
You have, right?
Is it not? Is it on? You should ask if I watch it weekly.
Okay. See, all right.
Go ahead.
So my wife says to me,
amazing.
She goes, we should watch this movie. And I'm like the opposite of the rom-com king. Not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Not interested. But I'm like, okay, Steve Carell's in it. Ryan Gosling's in it. I'm like, okay. So we're watching this movie. And I'm going to go two different ways with this story because the story really has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about here. But it kind of leads me into it. I love Ryan Gosling. like I'm not in love with Ryan Gosling, but I cannot name a movie I've seen Ryan Gosling in that I did not like him in.
I'm glad you went movie and not anything he's been in, because I'm sure he wants to separate himself from that show where they're on the cruise ship as students. Breaker High. He was on Breaker High. That was like, he was also on the Mickey Mouse Club, believe it or not.
Yes.
But his first thing that I remember him from, but the thing I remember him from is Breaker High. What a loser. Everyone felt that way. And now this guy's friggin' jacked and can't miss.
So I didn't know. Okay. When she started showing me this movie, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's like first of all, Marissa Tomei was in it. And I'm like, I still love Marissa Tomei. She is still so delicious. And I can say that, and I don't mind saying that. She's delicious. Yeah. And she's wonderful in that movie. But I had no idea who was in this movie. Yeah. So then she's like, and I'm like, Steve Carell. Look, he looks like he always looks. He's kind of acting like he always acts, except for the dramas that he started to do, which are kind of interesting. But then all of a sudden, Ryan Gosling, and he's just being Ryan Gosling. Like, that's the way I look at him, because he's like the same. Yeah. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, he's awesome. He's totally awesome. And then I'm thinking to myself, 100%. I'm like, okay, let's go through the list. Let's talk about movies Ryan Gosling's in that he was awesome in. Like The Big Short. Have you seen that? It's a grown-up movie.
I have not.
Okay. So he's in that.
Surprise.
He's in that. Okay, great. I'm just trying to think of all the different movies. He was even in, remember that Remember the Titans movie?
Yeah.
He was like a skinny little kid in that movie. Yeah. He was okay. He was kind of fun.
I'm going to tell you, if you enjoyed Crazy Stupid Love, I would recommend La La Land next.
Okay, so let's first go back and say, at no point did I say I enjoyed Crazy Stupid Love. Okay?
I know you and Heather attempted the Dirty Dancing move after Ryan Gosling knocked it out of the park.
We did not attempt the Dirty Dancing move. It will never be attempted unless we're in a pool. In which case, you want to be there to see that because it'll be glorious.
I thought that's what started off the quest for Maverick.
No. What?
Okay.
What? Explain that.
Okay. In the movie, that's his getting in the
movie?
bed with the late in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Okay.
They do the Dirty Dancing because that's his closing move.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
That's
glad
his
we're
big
going
move.
this direction. That's
Yeah,
his
it's
big
not the
move.
direction I
What
want
was
to
your
go
big
at all.
move? I know,
I
but what was your big move?
Dude, I was not all about the ladies. I'm not gonna lie. I was not that guy.
Yeah.
So I never
Me
thought
neither.
ahead. I never thought ahead
Yeah.
of kind of. I'm like, oh, she's taking interest. Oh, hold on. What do I do now? like I was Steve Carell.
Oh, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to just put it out there. Let it lament a little bit.
Do it.
I'd bring girls to my parents' basement.
Yeah, you would.
I throw on Boys in the Hood.
You know what? Game changer.
Yeah, it is. Man, I'm telling you.
How?
I have no idea.
How? Is that when you were living on the south side of Chicago? Boys in the Hood is the closer?
Boys in the Hood.
So are
Yeah,
you
man.
saying that I should recommend to my son? No, I'm not even going to say that. That's awful. I'm not even allowed to
Has
say
that movie aged well? Has it aged well?
Well, going back to what we talked about a few weeks ago, I'm very
Exactly.
curious. You know what? Maybe it's something to watch this week. So
All right. Sorry to throw you off track.
no,
Go.
you're not throwing me off. It's just I wanted to lead with how big of a Ryan Gosling fan. Now I can't watch The Notebook. I can't watch it. Not
You'd be
because
surprised.
what? I've seen it.
Did you cry?
No.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's funny. Here's a segue. I heard some other people talking about this. Have you cried at many movies? Do you cry? Like, be honest. I mean, you could manly.
I've stopped myself. This is how I'm going to be real. So I stop myself a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm just down and I feel like I need a good cry, this is more before I was married.
So now you just cry all the time?
Exactly.
who
They
said-
both go to bed and I'm in the corner.
Who said that? I don't know what you're talking about.
But sometimes I throw on a movie just to tear it up a bit.
Okay, so
I
tell me what.
love love. We all know this.
Okay, we do know this. You love. But okay, so tell me about a movie that has made you cry. You can be straight up. We're all, you know what? We're all friends here.
I'm gonna go. The first one, gut check, would be Moulin Rouge. The end of Moulin Rouge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
I try and think of movies that. Can I tell you the one that weirded me out the most when I started crying after watching this movie?
Billy Madison.
No. No. That's Tears of Joy.
Wow.
Rocky 5. Yeah.
Rocky 5.
Yeah. Okay, so not many. First of all, Rocky 5 is probably the worst of the Rocky movies. There's no doubt.
Mhm.
We could rank Rocky movies all we want, but Rocky 5 will not end up near the top. I promise you. You could even throw the
Okay.
Creed movies in there, and Rocky 5 still does not end up anywhere near the top.
Yeah.
And I remember it's like I was in my 20s probably, and I'm watching Rocky 5 like in like my bedroom, like I was it was like in the back of the house kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yes, I was still living with my parents in my early 20s.
Was it the one where he's the coach?
Yeah, it's the one
Okay.
with Tommy
Yeah.
Tommy
Gunn? I
Morrison.
don't know.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn in the movie, but I think his name is actually Tommy Morrison. I think we're probably
Yeah.
going to get a fact check on that. But
Yeah, we will.
it's so I remember watching it, and then all of a sudden, it's like when he's in the final fight, and Rocky's at home, and he's like, it's like he's fighting along with him, but he's not there. He's in his basement, and his kid sees him, and I remember starting to cry watching in my early mid 20s, watching Rocky 5 in the back bedroom at my parents' house, going, "Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Like, this is
Right?
Rocky 5. It's not like I'm watching like someone die or whatever. I mean, yes, we found out he had some sort of brain damage, and that, which is sad. I mean, that's what happens when you fight Drago. Look, don't fight Drago.
Don't do it.
Drago hits hard. We saw it. Yeah, he's on the steroids. But, well, okay, fine. But nothing really sad happens. I mean, it's sad because it's like he wants to be there for this kid. And it's just, and then he goes and fights him in the alley. Like, I'm like, okay, that just kind of went nowhere.
Yeah.
Like after his fight. It's like,
Yeah.
But I'm crying watching Rocky 5. So it's like I remember walking out of my bedroom and going to the kitchen, and I'm like, please don't let my parents be anywhere near me right now, because I cannot explain this. I can't explain it. But like, I'll say, and yeah, I'm sure there's movies where I've stopped myself from crying too, like, because it's like, Heather cries at everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. We'll be watching Dateline, and she'll be like crying because this lady got killed and whatever. But like, she cries at everything, and I look over and I know when she's gonna. I'm like looking over. I'm like, yeah, it's like she looked over. She's like, don't look at me. I'm like, yeah, because you're crying.
Yeah.
Now, am I gonna tell you that there's some times where, you know, I didn't feel like crying a little bit, but it's like I bit my lip a little bit too hard just to make sure it didn't happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I made sure of that.
Like a non-sports aggressive movie?
What do you mean?
Like something that has emotion in it?
Yeah.
That'll make you cry?
Yeah, like even if something should make me cry and gets me to there, I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. It's
then
like the end of Jerry
starts to hurt.
It's like the end of Jerry Maguire, where it's like he's like, not gonna do it, not gonna cry, and then he announces the contract, and then Rod Tidwell just tears up and starts crying.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You know, Jerry Maguire, my agent. You know, oh man, it's touching. I wasn't gonna cry though, but there's times it's like I'm holding it back, right? And I'm like, I heard someone else talking about this week too, and it's like I'm like, yeah, like I don't know, it sucks. Like it just I don't know. It's just I thought rom-coms, and I thought, you know what? You know who I think is probably a crier, Paul? Right away, I thought that.
Well, not really. I'll tell you another one, not to drag it on, but his Stepmom, the one with Julia Roberts, I think's in it. I'm trying to do my own fact checks throughout here.
Yeah, you are.
And I think it's Susan Sarandon and Julia Roberts.
Okay, I probably saw that movie years and years ago, but I could not tell you the first thing about it.
Yeah, it's from '98. So,
and you cried?
Yeah, it was pretty emotional at the theater.
I cried in the theater? Oh no! Were you on a date? Tell me you were.
I was with my wife.
98.
Yeah. So we've been on and off knowing each other now for, I think I did the math the other day because I wanted to bring it up at some point. Yeah. But we're at over 25 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. On and off.
We've been together since 97. On.
Yeah.
But okay, so you were with your wife, but she wasn't your wife at the time.
No.
Girlfriend?
No. Yeah.
The girlfriend kind of thing? Like, yeah. Like for real girlfriend, not like, hey, we're just going on a date.
No, that was a for real. That One Fine Day was our first movie as a first date.
Did you cry at that movie?
No, I was too nervous. I was jittery.
Have you ever cried on a date?
Shouldn't I hold her hand? Huh?
Have you ever cried on a date?
Like a first date?
Any date, like a date.
Yeah, I told you, Stepmom at the theaters.
No, but not someone you've been together with for like years. Like, so not someone you know, like one of the first few dates kind of thing.
Maybe after a few weeks when they break up with me, I'm a bubbling fool.
So you cry?
I'm so sorry. I can change.
See, I guess I didn't have enough ladies to have to cry over them. That's all. I remember in grade 6, I was dating a girl. If you can call it that, in grade 6, I was dating a girl in grade 6, and I wrote a story that like had all our friends in it. And she was like, my girlfriend, my teacher looks at me. He's like, "You sure you want to read this out loud?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? That's what everyone does, isn't it?" Yeah, we were together much longer.
On our grade 8 retreat, right? There was this girl, I moved to the school. There was this girl in grade 5, right? And I was all about her like the whole time. So finally we're on our retreat in grade 8. And finally we're walking down a hill. I'm holding her hand. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then I looked over and I'm like, wow, you walk really fast for a short person. The end.
That's it. You're done. You're
Like
done.
it was yesterday. Anyways,
I'm telling you, it's girls, man. Girls.
they're a mess. Yeah.
You know what? But at the same time, we're a real mess. I'm going to tell you this. So last night I had to go out because again, we ordered curbside pickup dinner. So I go out and I'm waiting for it to be ready. I'm sitting in the parking lot, sitting in my car, and I get a text message from my wife. Okay. And it's a link. It's just a link. I'm like, oh, what's this going to be? Beard grooming tips for new dads. Now, she doesn't want me to shave my beard off.
No.
Okay. And let me tell you this. I DJ weddings. Mm-hmm. So I'm always real neat. Like I have the beard, but it's trimmed up nice. And I've always wanted to grow the big, long. I can't grow the nice, thick hipster beard. Like I really like that beard. I can't grow it.
You're getting there though.
It's long. So, but now we got a baby. And when he goes up against me, he gets a little rashy on the face. Okay. So I'm like, okay, but it's not like if I trim it down to stubble, it'll be worse. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he's hair intolerant.
Maybe. So I'm sitting there reading. Hold on.
Oh. I think it was funny that you're like, how many beers should we bring tonight? And I'm like, I don't know, 2.
Well,
you're like,
normally
maybe
I drink
3. And then I figure out you're drinking the short beers. You're drinking the rookie beers, and I have the tall boys. So
well, normally I'm drinking 4 coffees. So I was like, oh, well, equal. So I'm reading through this article. And it's like, oh, yeah, if you have a long beard, your kid has vice grip-like hands and will grab your beard. And right now he just does this. Kind of just plays with it a little bit. No, last night, literally after I read this thing, he grabbed it and I swear he tore a patch. But I'm reading through this and it's like, here are some tips. 1, keep it short. Well, failed on that one. Okay. If you're not going to keep it short, keep it lustrous.
Who's writing this, man?
I know, right? It wasn't even in Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, okay, lustrous. How do I do that? I'm reading on moisturize.
Yeah.
More to come. 3, maybe use your hand to cover. Can you pick up a baby that's going like a maniac? Oh, I'm going to cover my beard and hold you with one hand. Like seriously.
Oh my God.
And then use beard oils and conditioners throughout the day. Or if you have time to step in the shower during the day, use some hair conditioner. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I've done the hair conditioner and the beard thing because I wanted to see what it does, if it did anything. And I don't think it did. Maybe you got to do it more often than that. I don't know. But
I know some guys that have a routine, man, of that beard oil and stuff.
Okay. Funny you say that. So what does Joe do? Joe gets some hydrating beard oil. Okay. Hold on. This one sounded exciting. Beard butter. Beard butter. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's sandalwood.
Oh, I love that smell. That's what I have for my for shaving.
Oh, I love that you have that. Okay, let's talk shaving in a second. It smells good. Okay, but so I went and bought these things. So we're gonna see because I'm not shaving this beard. It's not coming off. Like the best you're gonna do is I'm gonna trim it up so it looks nice. But this beard's getting long. Even the kids were like, Dad, your beard's gonna look like a wizard. I'm like, I wish. I want to look like a wizard. Wizards are awesome.
Maybe if you just oil it up enough, you can't get a grip, and then boom.
Then too bad, so sad. Put your hand. See, this is have a smell. Let's see. Oh, also sandalwood. I'm not going to say the product. I said the product of the coffee last week. I put them on Instagram. They Instagram back, so that was kind of cool. I'm going to tell you the C4 messed me up last week, that coffee. First of all, I got a lot of burps in me tonight. A lot of burps. And Mike's probably picking it up. It's probably picking it up. Yeah. Nothing I can do. That's real. Let's talk about shaving for a second, okay? Because I love that you said you've got that brush. You got the shaving brush with like the mug the mug that you put the puck.
No mug.
Come on, that's old school.
So this is what we have. You have the brush. Yeah. And it has, so you have the, then you have the shaving cream portion of it in a big tube.
So it's shaving. Okay, go on. Sorry.
And then, so what you have to do, you heat up the brush in the water.
Yeah.
And then I just put it in, swing it around a bit, and then brush it all over the face, over the pache. And it's sandalwood, and my wife's so choked that she meant to get no scent, and so they hate it when I shave with it because they hate the smell of sandalwood. I think it smells divine.
It's beautiful.
So so I do that, and then
So I'm curious. So this thing you dip it in, it's not a solid; it's a cream.
No, it's solid. That's why you wet it hot.
Yeah,
and then it kind of melts it as you swish around. Yeah.
When I was growing up, my dad, for example, had a mug. And I always remember this mug. It was like such a 70s mug. But he'd get that puck that you put in, and essentially is the same thing. You heat up the brush and go in, but it was always in like a coffee mug.
Yeah. So maybe I'll do that.
So I started doing that like once upon a time, and then I got real lazy. I was like, no, I'm too lazy. But it's so like legit. That's manly.
I want to get the straight razor. That's what I want to do.
It's funny you say that, because I was just talking to a friend of mine. His wife is a hairdresser, and I said to her, I said, can you get me like a legit barber straight razor? Because they have all these magical licenses to go to these places, right? I'm like, can you get me a barber straight razor? Because like I've started going to a barber, and I'll get my beard trimmed. I'll get the hot shave and all that stuff, which is, if you have not had a hot shave, and I know you have, Paul, because you told me about the hot shave.
Yeah.
The only other time I'd done it is right before my wedding.
Right.
If you have not had a hot shave, go for a hot shave. It's so amazing. And it's funny though, you've seen the movie Rounders, right? Grown-up movie, I know, but it's about poker, right?
I may have.
Okay. So there's one point where they're getting the hot shave, they're leaned back in the chair, and he says, I feel like I'm going to get whacked. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm going to get whacked. But then, so I asked her if she could get me a straight blade. She said yes. And then COVID.
Yeah, of course.
Here we go.
I always picture Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd, see? That's not me.
It's another musical. But anyways, it's about...
You love musicals.
Yeah, I love music in general, for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so I guess I didn't know anything about it. And so my wife bought us tickets to go see it in Toronto.
Yeah.
And the first half of the show, we're sitting there with our arms crossed, wondering what the hell was going on. Like it was, I'm like, is this for real? There was like 6 to 8 people in it. They were playing their own instruments, but it was in a bigger Toronto theater, right? But we were sitting like, what's going on? And it ends up.
I wanted you to swear right there. Man, I wanted it. I wanted it so bad.
Next time. And so what he would do, he lived on top of a meat pie shop, and he would slice the throats of the people, and then then a contraption would drop the body into an oven. And they would drop the body, kill it if it wasn't already dead from the slice, and then they would put the human meat in the meat
grinder.
Yeah, meat grinder and meat pies, best-selling meat pies in London.
Wow,
Johnny Depp was in it. It was really good.
Shame, like in the play that you saw.
No, he was in the movie. They released the movie a few years later. Yeah.
Wow. That's graphic.
It is.
Maybe I'll show it to my daughter.
That's the She'll love it.
She'll love it. She'll be like, oh, let's see him cut more throats. Oh, let's watch him bleed out. That's so fun.
There's one point where he just keeps, and their bodies keep flying down, and all you hear is the necks breaking and it's crazy. Sorry, guys, we went dark for a minute. I apologize.
We did go dark. We did go dark. Wow.
So anyways, straight razors and shaving your face.
Yeah, let's just do that. Go. You know what? When this whole thing ends, go for a hot shave. Go do it. You know what? I'll join you. Just send me a message because I'm gonna need something. We know that. You know,
are you talking to people out there or me?
Yeah, well, you. I don't care. Anyone. Just send me a message. Send me a Facebook message. I don't care. Let's go get a hot shave. I'll go get 2 in 1 week. I don't even care. Let's make it happen.
I would go to the one place in downtown Burlington.
Yep.
Where it's like real old school. Like they even have the old barber chairs.
Love them.
And they heat you up 3 times before they do the shave. And it's a part of a cigar shop, I'll tell you that. But it's super expensive, right? So my guy, he does it for like $30 or whatever, and this place was $60.
Oh,
when this is over, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'll fact check.
I think you should. Yeah. And then I don't know, like that's like a hey, I'm doing this once. I'm going to pay $60 because mine's like 27, something like that. You know, the one I normally do. So, quickly, because I know we got to get to a couple other things, but I want to say, you know, what I did this week, got my PlayStation 3 modded. Okay.
Ooh.
It's first of all.
Are you sure you're not out of your house every single day?
No, I did it.
Who modded this?
I can't say because it's not legal.
But what did it have to leave your house?
Yeah, it's a friend of mine.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to
social distancing. That's all I know.
No, I left it on his porch.
It was a porch drop off.
It was a porch drop off. Okay, and then he took it in the house and then he left it on his porch. When it was done, I picked it up. So what? I'm not going within 2 meters of him. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Look at you. Yeah, you're so judgy. But I'll tell you this much: like, I have not played my PlayStation in a long time, but I will tell you I'm going to now with all the extra time I have. You know, having 3 kids. 3 kids. Yeah. But you know what he put on there? He put on like all the old Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. Now, remember when a couple of years, I know you bought one of those. They released those mini Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
That had like, I don't know, 70 games or something like that, whatever it was, 200 games. This thing has so many games. I'm like, it's crazy. And I'm seeing games like Super Nintendo. I'm like playing F-Zero. Like I'm playing, like I'm showing the kids, right? Because Heather and I plugged it in. We took a look at it. We're like, oh my God, I got to show Anthony. Because Anthony's all about like, I'm a gamer. You know, whatever. I'm a gamer. I'm like, we got to show him these 8-bit graphics because he's got like, I got all the Nintendos, I got all the Ataris, and then he's giving me like 1 million PlayStation 3 and like PlayStation 1 games. Turbo Graphics 16, like crazy. Like I will never play most of these games, but I'm like, it's super cool. So it's like now it's like, I got a break from work. Let's just fire up some Legend of Zelda. You know, and we are going to do a video game episode. Let's put that out there right now. It is coming. It is, but an episode like that takes a lot of prep work. Yeah, that's not like, hey, flip on the microphones and let's talk about like our favorite games. No,
that's not our regular. Yeah,
that's like legit. That takes a bunch of work. So yeah, so I got that done. I'm pumped to, like, again, it's only just the other day, so it's brand new to me. So I'm going through flipping, like before we started tonight, I told you I loaded up like Madden 25. Yeah. Now I don't know how to play these John Madden football games like you. Okay.
Are you just trying to get the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl now that the Bills have done it? Official, Bills have won the Super Bowl. 2018, beat the Falcons.
Wow. That's good. I don't buy it.
So now you're trying to one up the Bills and have
no, because I will probably never play it again. I just load it up to see if it works.
Nice.
Like I'll go play NHL 94. Yeah, like the old school. Like in Swingers when he's like, watch, I'm gonna make Gretzky bleed. I'm gonna make Gretzky bleed. That's what's gonna happen in my house. I'm gonna make Gretzky bleed. So
nice.
That's what I'll play. But good for you. Good for the Buffalo Bills officially winning whatever. You know, they won the whole. Did they run the table? Did you lose a game or?
No, man, no.
See,
it came close. It came close though. I was nervous.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't do it. Schedules came out this week, and I'm watching Bills fans, and I love them. And friends of mine, Bills are going 12-4. Great. I'm glad. I love Bills fans. They're very entertaining. So good.
I didn't prep my schedule. We'll talk about that in a few weeks, okay? I'll give you the real breakdown of how it's going to go.
Let's talk about it when we know the season is starting. Then we'll do a football preview. It's not fair to do it right now.
Did you see what they're doing in Germany for soccer, one of the teams?
No.
So what they're doing is they're allowing their fans to pay $20 to have a kind of like a chest up life-size picture of them in the stands. So essentially, say how I look right now.
Yeah.
They would print that out and put it in a seat for you for $20.
That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
But it looks cool. We'll share a picture. I'll put it on Twitter for sure. I'll share it with you to put on. It looks pretty neat. Like I would pay to do that for the Bills or the Bears or the Blues. You know what I mean? Just because it would be.
Well, if you could do it for like a team that you can't ever go see, that's kind of, all right, I could have some fun with that. You know what I mean? Like You're not going to see the Bears every Sunday. So I could see, whatever. Like I'm a Juventus soccer fan. I am not going to get to Turin anytime soon. So, okay, I could see that maybe, but it's still weird.
Yeah.
I get what the fans want. The players want to be able to look in the stands and pretend
they're probably, if you think about it, they're probably going to pipe in the fan noise. In Korea, I think it was Korea somewhere there. They're playing baseball right now.
Yep.
Fans are going on big Zoom meetings on the scoreboard and yelling at the players and stuff as they play.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, on the big scoreboard in the back.
I don't get it. It'll be weird. It's going to be weird because, especially with football, I believe home field advantage is a legit thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because drawing people offside and doing all that kind of stuff. Now, how are you going to draw someone offside? What, a hard count? You think a hard count's going to draw someone offside? No. I'm sitting there waiting. If I'm a defensive lineman, I'm just going to sit there and wait. Go for it. Let's just see what happens. Anyway, okay, we got to talk about it. This is week 2 of the weight loss challenge. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
I weighed in today.
Well, it's Friday, so I did not.
Of course you didn't.
Nope.
Yeah, your extra pound. Okay, so on Saturday, I want to see it on Facebook.
Listen, I send you my pictures all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I want people to see. I will tell you this, and I have a fact check, by the way.
Okay.
I've lost another pound. 1 pound.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 230.
Without a picture. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So you're down 2 pounds without pictures. Okay, good. Go ahead.
So you're the guy that you say that you're on the up and up all the time. You're the honest guy. You believe you think I'm lying?
Can I stop sharing pictures of my toes?
I don't care. The end of the day, what matters is at the end of the 6 weeks.
That's it.
What matters right now doesn't matter, but I'm just giving the fans an update.
Yeah, I'm going to go out there and say I probably put on 2 pounds.
I don't care what you do, okay? How about that?
You know what I've been doing on Sundays now?
No.
I've been smoking meat and we've been having Texas barbecue.
Keep on going, man, because you know what's going to happen? After this thing's over, you're owing me a steak dinner. So I don't care what you do on Sundays.
I got to tell you this quick. I got to tell you this quick. So
go for it.
So we were having barbecue. So we had the ribs, which were lights out. They were amazing. Then we had beans, and we had corn on the cob, and we purchased cornbread this time.
By the way, I made cornbread.
Yeah.
Based on you last week.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Was it? Okay.
All right, go on.
So my daughter I'm eating the corn like this. Right?
Did you make that sound?
I did.
You made that sound. No, you didn't. That's disgusting.
No.
You sound like a pig.
So my daughter tries to do it. And she's like, has all this butter all over her mouth, right? And my wife's like, oh, look at Butterface over here. And I start dying.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And she had no idea.
No idea. Neither of them. And they're like, what's so funny? I'm like, everything's cute, Butterface.
That's not right. That's not right. Sometimes it's not right.
So then I went down. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna not stop there. And I'm like, oh, there was this. She's like, what's this girl's name? I'm like, oh, it's Amanda. Last name Hug and Kiss.
I feel like we should go right into the dad joke right now. And it's like, I got to do my fact check, but you know what? No, I'll do it after. Okay, let's do the dad joke because, I mean, I feel like you can't. Let's do the dad joke. Let's do it.
All right.
And now, get ready to cringe. It's the dad joke of the week.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you've already done a bunch of them, so let's just see what you got. Let's see who's giving you this dad joke this week.
This is from Tom.
Okay.
Tom sent it.
Number one.
Joe, number one.
Yep.
Number one sent this. When's a dad joke become a dad joke?
I don't know. When you're old?
When it's apparent. When it's apparent.
See, that one's better than the what was the bicycle one or whatever? The bicycle and tricycle attire.
Attire. Yeah.
I enjoyed the attire one, but I like the apparent. That's good.
There you go.
That's good. I like that. Thank you, Tom. Shout out to Tom for sending us a dad joke. Paul, keep sending Paul those dad jokes, guys, because
please, I love them.
And then it means Paul doesn't have to do any work. So I'm gonna
they're the ones I read. I'm like, no.
Yeah, sure. You get people sitting over.
They're not all.
You're like, I really like this person, but this joke sucks. So,
that's it.
So I'm going to do a quick fact check. I got to go back to the weight loss challenge, and remember, neither of us knew how to do any math last week. Okay.
Okay.
So, based on us both losing 1 pound last week, okay, because that's what we had lost.
Yep.
Paul, you had lost 0.358% of your body weight.
Let me write that down.
0.358 as of last week.
Yeah.
As of last week, I had lost 0.431.
That's baloney.
No, it's 100% right.
I'm calling bull on that.
Do the math.
How do I weigh more?
Yeah.
And I lose a pound, and it's less than what you
do the math.
I don't know how to do the math.
That's
I don't know.
I do know how to do the math.
How do you know?
Because I'm a math genius.
Are you sure you didn't reverse the numbers by accident?
100%. 100%. Do the math.
Can you tell me how to do the math?
Okay, well, go online. This is a beautiful thing called the internet.
I think that's wrong. So we're going to have another fact check next week.
No, I just nailed you with a fact check. It's done. You can't fact check a fact check. That doesn't work.
All right.
Anyway, that does it for this week's show. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can get us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, and right here on YouTube. We love doing this YouTube thing. It's a lot of fun.
It is. It's awesome. It's awesome.
You know what? Then this show has just flown by this week.
It has. It's been fun. Anybody know Amanda Hug and Kiss? Anybody? Anyone have Amanda Hug and Kiss?
Time to get out of here when Paul starts doing Amanda Hug and Kiss jokes. All right, everyone, have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.